Hi, hello, welcome to Salesforce Auto Series. My name is John Kunle Ajayi, and today I'm going to be showing you how to prevent transfer of records from one particular team to another team. By default, Salesforce does not prevent you from transferring records in between teams, okay? So before now, what I've done is that I've created four different roles, two sales managers role and two sales team members role, one that belongs to Chicago and one that belongs to Texas. Okay, so now I've been able to uh, create two teams, one team that belongs to John and the other team that belongs to Mary. The other team that belongs to Mary. Okay, so by default, Salesforce does not prevent you from transferring records in between teams. For example, this particular record is owned by Sophie, and Sophie is under John's team. As you can see here, Sophie is under John's team. So John is the present user right now. So John can decide out of the box, by default, can decide to transfer this particular record to a member of Mary's team or Mary self, but they are not on the same team. So if I transfer this record to Mary, the by default Salesforce will allow the record to go through. Okay, but in a situation whereby the org that you are managing as administrator, you're having about 10,000, 20,000 users, you're having different teams. How do you prevent this from happening? How do you uh, make sure that records are not transferred in between teams? And that is what I'm going to be showing you today through the validation rule that I've created. So let me test this for you again. So this record is now owned by Linda. Linda is in another team entirely. So John can decide to transfer this record again from Linda to himself, okay, and Salesforce will allow it, okay. So, but the validation rule I've been able to come up with, we prevent that from happening. It will not allow uh, transfer of records through in between teams, except except people that owns that team is in a particular team, okay, that they are together in that particular team, or the owner of the record is the sales manager himself. The sales manager himself. So I'm going to save this. I've made this active. I will try and make this validation rule formula available for you in the comment section. So now that the validation rule is active, let us try and refresh this particular record. So this record is now owned by John, and remember, John, he has Sophie and success under him. So John can decide to actually transfer this record to Sophie. So transferring this record to Sophie, we go through without validation rule being fired. Okay, you can also decide to transfer the record to success. Transfer the record to success, and it will go through without the validation rule being fired. But if John decides to transfer this record to another team or members of that particular team, like for example, Mary, who is the uh, head of this particular team, if John decides to transfer this particular record to Mary, then the validation rule will fire. Okay, can you see it? Only the direct sales manager can update his account, that of his team. Okay, even if he decide, though the other members of Mary's team are under his role hierarchy, even if he decide to transfer the record to John Bennett, he transfer to try to jump Bennett, the validation rule will still fire, and even if you decide to try to shun, the validation rule will still fire. Okay, it will still fire. So basically, that is what this validation rule is doing, is preventing unapproved transfer of records from one particular team to another. So let me know if you have a question based on this particular validation rule. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.